Hi, I'm Alex.
Hey y'all, and I'm Ryan, and this is
Alex and Ryan Unscripted. Welcome back, everyone.
Hey y'all.
This is episode 12. I feel like we've done so many more, but it's only 12.
I know.
It's weird. I mean, 12 is a lot, but like also really not. But before getting into our topic, and this has nothing to do with our topic, so I was on TikTok, and I feel like we always start that. We always say that. So I was on TikTok. So I saw on TikTok.
You know, oh, we'll do without it.
Right. That I guess there was a tornado in St. Louis, Missouri.
When?
Yesterday or day before, or something like that, or like recent. I think yesterday. And that there was a sandstorm or like a dust storm in, where was it? I don't want to I should have came prepared. But a sandstorm, was it in Ohio?
Ohio?
In Chicago for the first time. Not a sandstorm. It's a dust storm. I'm talking about sand.
Oh, what?
A dust storm for the first time in Chicago.
I thought it was just heavy rain. I did not read the captions. I didn't read anything. I was just looking at the videos. I've been seeing that all down my timeline too, but I thought it was just showers. Wow.
Yeah. But I mean, yesterday we experienced crazy winds. But I guess my question is, okay, I understand a dust storm, especially like in Chicago. It's like, okay, what the heck is a dust storm? I feel like you really want to see those in the middle of like nowhere. You know, because it got all this room to build up this dust, right?
Yeah.
But to me, a tornado, I think it was a tornado in St. Louis. Is that not normal for them? Or at least somewhat expected?
I
Because I mean, let's be real. Y'all right by Kansas. Y'all kind of like right there in that realm. Is that not? Because I feel like what I was seeing on TikTok is like, oh my gosh, there's a tornado here in St. Louis and there's a dust storm in Chicago. It's like, but do y'all not expect a tornado in St. Louis? Because here, I mean, we're not in this alley, you know, where they mostly get like the big ones, but it can happen here. It can happen.
It has happened.
Yeah. So how could it not happen in Missouri? You know?
Was it that they were confused, or was it just, we have another natural disaster happening and, it's startling us? Like, what kind of reaction were you seeing? Because
it kind of seemed like they were confused. Why is
my gosh, they said 21 people died.
In what?
From that tornado.
So it was a big tornado. So maybe that's where like that was all coming from.
Yeah.
See, I didn't know that because I was just seeing it. Was it last night?
I didn't even know about this one. I saw Chicago.
Yeah.
This must have been a really bad tornado because they said it swept through the city and it's tore up.
But now with that being said, it kind of sounds like I'm being very insensitive. And before I say anything, prayers to those who have lost loved ones or their homes, because a tornado will tear up a lot. So prayers to those who were in the mix of all that and are experiencing all that. But yeah, I didn't realize how severe it was. I mean, but if we're being real, any tornado.
Yeah, I'm going to say, I mean, even being down in Houston, like, this hurricane season, they have hurricanes before, but it's like when it came, they were still like, whoa, because it did take out the power forever. Oh, and they said for the Chicago dust storm, it came from farmlands, I guess, in Illinois, and it swept through Chicago.
But I mean, the winds were crazy, so I could see that. Like the winds, like here, were like crazy. Like we almost lost. So already lost a cushion to the chairs outside. Almost
it blew
lost
away.
Yeah, the cushion did. Not the chairs. Luckily, the chairs didn't get up and pick up and move. But the cushion blows away. Luckily, it was still in our yard. But we lost pillows, cushions, and all that because of the wind. Which I mean, they're pretty lightweight. But it was a little scary. And I kept looking outside like, like, ooh, it's dark over there.
I mean, we had a whole tree to fall down in front of our house. It's still laying down there. Well, it happened yesterday, so it's still laying there. And you know, we a good hour, some change away from Chicago?
Yeah.
That's crazy. I thought it was just a rainstorm. I wasn't paying close attention. Golly.
I mean, you can tell like the colors, like this like brownish color. And and you could just see it just like, it's almost like, I can't explain. I can just do this motion. I don't know how to explain it. It's just crazy. Like when I hear of a dust storm, I think of like back in like 1930s.
Yeah, I think of
because didn't we have one back then?
I'm sure.
Yeah, and I just see like a house in the middle of nowhere, just surrounded by open land.
I think of the Wild Wild West out there in California. I think of Dorothy.
But so I guess to get into our topic for today, it's about modern modesty. And so I guess to start off, we can describe what modesty looks like to us and what it means and all that stuff. So if you want to start, or me. Want me to start?
Go ahead. I'll piggyback, yeah.
So modesty, what I think, and I'm just going to say modesty. I'm not going to say modern, even though I know we're going to be talking about modesty.
Yeah.
But just modesty, I guess what I think that comes to my mind is, the first thing I thought of was like a well-kept woman. And it's always associated with women.
True.
Yeah.
When I hear modesty, I don't think of men.
Nope. It's women.
Wow. Yeah.
I guess to get into like characteristics, modesty is, I don't know, I just see like, I guess it's associated with very feminine, and I'm picturing like old, like this is like old times, like, you know, just trying to put it into words. I can just picture it like, okay, before characteristics, let me just go into clothes, because I do think it can be associated a lot with clothing.
Yep.
So like modesty with clothing is like covered up. Like maybe not everything, but like you're not showing, like you're not even showing, you're only showing half your calves. Like from half your calf down kind of thing. Maybe a little like arm, like half arm, and then like you even wearing gloves, dang near, like your body's like covered up. To me, even modesty comes off like soft spoken, kind of like in the back. Like you're not in the forefront. You're just, as bad as it sounds, kind of like just there. You know, like you're just there. If that makes sense. There's no like, you're not making a scene, whether it's speaking or the way you look or anything, quote unquote, making a scene. Like, you know what I mean? Like you're not, I guess noticeable, but I mean, you're noticeable. You know what I'm trying to say? Like just not very.
Yeah. Like you're not too flamboyant. You're not boisterous.
Yeah.
You're not loud.
Yeah.
So I was thinking the same thing, like soft spoken.
Yeah. That's when I first hear it, what I think of. which I do think is kind of changing a little bit, but
yeah. Agreed.
What do you think?
I would say about the same. And it's crazy how, like, when we hear modesty, we don't think of men. And even when coming up in the church, we were taught to be, like, as little girls, like, you have to be modest, you have to dress modestly, like, you have to carry yourself a certain way. But I've never heard them refer to the guys, like, or the little boys, like, you have to be modest. Like, it definitely felt like it's a woman thing and a woman thing only. But yeah, when I hear modest, the first thing that does come to me is well put together. Like, just a lot of things that you were saying initially as well. Just not revealing too much, and also the clothing not being too tight on the body, like just loose enough, but still showing a little shape, but not too much. Yeah. The image that comes to mind is the woman with the nails done, the hair done, not too much makeup, like just something light, and clothes fitted to the body, not too tight, not too loose, smell good. Because growing up, this is I feel like the image that they showed us, not only in society, but like family, school, like, to be a modest woman, this is the look.
Right.
Yeah. And then when it comes to character, yeah, not being too outspoken, not being, or wanting the attention, not wanting to be seen, but yeah. But I would definitely say today is changing for sure.
Yeah.
And I'm glad it is changing, because back then I felt like a lot of it came from women not being able to use their voice the way they wanted to.
Yeah.
Whereas today, you can still be a modest woman and still be bold, still be outspoken, still be seen, get the attention. Yeah. And still be modest, still be feminine as well.
Right. Yeah, I think so too. Like you said, it's definitely changing. With modern modesty, I think it is less of, like, I feel like now, like, is it even, when people say modesty, is it even associated with character now? Like, do you think that's associated with that, or now is it just clothes? And it's usually men talking. Yeah, I think so too. I think it's usually like men who say, like, who say like they want a modest woman.
Yeah.
And it's associated with clothes.
I was gonna say, when I hear men say it, I hear submissive. When they say I want a modest woman, I'm internalized that, like, oh, you want somebody that's submissive. But okay, this thing, submissive isn't wrong, right? When you're married to the right guy, because he's supposed to be submissive to you too, and they don't like to say that, but it goes both ways. But when I hear a man say that, I'm just like, okay.
Yeah.
But yes, I do think a lot of the times today, modesty is just being associated with clothing. And I mainly hear amongst the women when it comes to dressing a certain way for certain occasions. Or I'm hearing people give their think pieces on how women today are losing their modesty.
Really? Today? I feel like when we were like a little bit younger, well, you know what? I wonder if that all plays a role into like age. You know, because like when we was younger, modesty who? Modesty what? Like, no. I feel like I saw a lot of women, you know, it was a lot of scandalous stuff. But then I feel like now I mean, it's probably still scandalous. I'm just not in that, I guess, that environment to, I guess, really see it.
Wait, rewind me back. What's scandalous? You said growing up, you've seen a lot of scandalous, or you hear?
Yeah. Like a lot, like, yeah, I see a lot of like, or like where I used to wear like scandalous things. I mean, scandalous. It was a little bit, but nothing like crazy. No. I guess I don't think it's crazy, but it could have been. But like, I guess growing up, I just thought I saw more. But I think it was just that age, around like, when you're by young, I don't mean like teenager. Like,
Yeah, like
I
early
guess, like, yeah. So like getting out of high school, going into college, and like that type of like in your 20s, not like 11 years old.
You're saying that like our peers were dressing scandalous? Is that what you're saying? Or you're just saying like everywhere people were dressing?
Yeah, it just seemed like everywhere people were dressing scandalous.
And you feel like it was more scandalous then than it is now?
Yes, because there was like Kim Kardashian. She was really popular back then, and she dressed very scandalous. That's just one person. I even think like Paris Hilton, like she had like the mini skirts and like, I mean, I guess that's like quote unquote scandalous, but I guess I could see it. Yeah. It is more scandalous now, because now when I'm thinking, I'll be watching my shows, it did be like girls like, girl, what are you wearing?
I feel like then it was kind of like because I hear what you're saying, because now that I'm looking back, I'm like, okay. I feel like then, okay, I'm trying to get my thoughts together. I feel like it always been around. Yes. You always had your modest dressing. We're just talking about clothes right now. Women that didn't reveal too much. And then you always had your sprinkle of women who were doing that, but it definitely wasn't as much as it was then as it is now. Because I feel like then it was slowly seeping into our fashion, slowly but surely. And I feel like throughout the years, it gradually got bigger and bigger and more acceptable. Because then it was like, oh, because they still talked about you, like, especially, yeah, you were still talked about for sure. But now I feel like it's really hitting our movies, our shows, like it's everywhere now and it's more acceptable now. I remember for me, what instantly comes to my mind is when Rihanna wore that dress and it was revealing dang near everything and she covered up with the fur. But it was like her dress was like so like, whoa, girl, like, yeah, that's how you coming. That's what instantly comes to my mind. I was like, oh my gosh, like she's allowed to wear this in public? Like, this is okay? I don't know why. How old was I? I don't know, but I was just like, wow, she is so bold. Like, I could never. But I feel like that because what they be saying, she broke the internet. She broke the internet with that dress. Yeah. And then I feel like after that, I was hearing more of my body, my choice. Like, I wear what I want to wear. I don't have to wear clothing. Like, I feel like after that statement, I started seeing a lot of women like, oh, okay, yeah, I don't have to dress this way. I don't have to cover up for real. Right. And I'm like, whoa. Yeah.
Yeah. I would say, yeah. Because, I mean, I don't know when that movement happened, but I do remember that was like a while ago. That's probably like when we were like, give or take college, wasn't it? Like free the nipple kind of thing, like all that. Yeah. And like around that time, it was crazy. But then now, like, I feel like it is kind of shifting to where it's not.
That was 2014. So yeah, that was. Yeah. I was like, was I in high school?
Dang, we were like freshly into college.
Yeah, I thought because I felt like we were really young when that came out. So yeah, we were fresh.
Yeah, and so now, like, I kind of feel like it's somewhat shifting, only because, like, like there's like this trend, and I don't know if it's still going on, but like the like prairie farm like clothes and stuff.
What?
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, have you seen on TikTok where they be having like this little dress? It kind of gives like prairie vibes.
No,
Like a
it hasn't hit my for you
yeah.
yet.
And I see a lot more women, and it could just be like what I see on like whether it's my For You page or like Instagram or kind of what since my age is now, I'm getting older, so it's like I'm seeing different things maybe that like there are like, you know, longer dresses, like cute dresses, like flowy dresses or skirts with like, you know, a top. It's not everything so tight. Because even now, I feel like when it comes to jeans, it's not skinny jeans.
No.
Skinny jeans are out. It's like the baggy jeans.
Yeah.
Which would you consider that modest? I guess because it's not skin tight. It's not revealing a lot.
Yeah.
But you know, they are. It kind of. I mean, there's still some scandalous stuff going on. You know, it's always going to be there.
Yeah.
But like, I think that's why I think it was so. It was, I guess, when we were younger, like in our early 20s, like around that time, that it was a lot more. There wasn't much modesty, but now it's kind of shifting to modern modesty, I guess you can call it. You know? But I feel like there's always going to be a fluctuation. It's going to be a back and forth.
I was going to say, when I say we, I mean we as a society is definitely treating modesty like a trend.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like to me, especially like when you said they're coming back with these dresses and, you know, House on the Prairie. It seems like it's a trend. Like,
yeah,
it goes there. It's style. They see modesty. And that's the thing. Okay. So modesty is not a style. It's not a trend. It's a way of life. That's what it really is. But, you know, as society, we treat it as a trend, like what's in style, what's not. Are we revealing this season or we're not revealing? Or are we showing a little more skin this season? Like, it's definitely a trend. Okay, this is what's so interesting though. Cause, what's that brand called? Pretty Little Thing. They said they changed their brand to modest clothing, and a lot of women were so upset. But there were some women that say they were upset too because the material was just not there. And I feel like the material always got on my nerves. Like the fitting was just whatever. I don't really shop at PLT. But a lot of
clothing.
Huh?
They were never modest clothing.
Yeah, but they changed their brand. Did you see their rebranding?
No, but I mean, so they changed all their clothes.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I've never thought Pretty Little Things was ever modest.
Yeah, no, they changed it to modest clothing.
Oh, wow.
Because they said, like you said, like, it's the trend now.
Yeah.
So but they switched up their entire brand. And the girls were like, what the heck? Like, why do we have to dress? And this is also a modesty to some people is being compared to like old. Why do we have to dress old? Why do you want us to look older? And I'm like, I would say that my style of dress has changed. For me, again, growing up, I love me a low cut top. I do. I love the girls standing up. You know, they just looking right. I love me a low cut top, and I think that was my only thing. The short shorts, I wore some short shorts here and there, mini skirts here and there. But
you got big thighs.
Huh?
I said it's hard to wear short shorts and mini skirts when you got thick thighs.
Oh yeah, for sure. So that was my thing, but now I'm just like, I don't know. I do like a nice clean look, and the clean look is what it is. It's just not as revealing. I mean, there's nothing wrong with showing a little cleavage here and there. You know, I've never been that. Like, I may show a little something, but not too much like I used to. But that's just the kind of look that I'm deciding to go with now because I just like a cleaner look. And then I'm more comfortable, honestly. So my main thing is comfort.
Yeah.
And I don't like too much also because I did gain some weight too. So I don't like stuff that's too tight on me anyway. But I'm also seeing I do love to see like the different styles of the clothing that's not too tight, not too loose. It's just good fitting. And I do think, how can I say this? I do, it's not funny. Okay. I do think that we as women should start to wear clothes that are fitting. I guess let me say it that way. I understand we love the tight clothing. I get it. But sometimes it just doesn't compliment the body. It just doesn't. And I'm talking for myself too. I wore some stuff. I'm just like, girl, this does not look right. It just don't look right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've gotten into shapewear now. Oh my gosh, growing up, my mother kept us in a slip. Okay. We wore slips underneath our dresses. And we're just like, why are we wearing these? Like, what? Why do you gotta wear these? And it's like, now I see why. But I'm just like, if the dress isn't, to me, like if the dress isn't sheer, you know what I mean? Like, what am I wearing a slip for? Now, I will say that it definitely does give a little shape, but I forget where I'm going with this. Well, I guess now I just see the importance of undergarments.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely, like you said, it's kind of like tight ain't always better, and I like to dress comfortably, but I know since I have gained weight and after having a child, I gotta figure out how to dress myself now because all my clothes are tight because I can't fit in them things no more. But like, I realize, okay, my stomach is not the same. I have just like, I've always had a stomach, but now it just feel like it just hang a little bit lower. And it's like, I have tried getting into shapewear because it can kind of, smooth some things out. But like, I do have to like what you said, I do have to kind of now dress my body type and my body shape.
Yeah.
Because, yeah.
That was to the point. That's exactly it. That's exactly it. That's what I was. That's what I was getting to. Just dress your body shape.
Yeah. Rather than like, I'll see something on a girl like, oh my gosh, that's so cute. When it's like, no, sweetie, you can't. It just wouldn't look good on me because it may be super tight, and then I'm not going to feel comfortable in something super tight. So I have like started looking into like other women who are similar into my body type and seeing how they dress and dressing that way. And it has been very modest. Yeah. But do we want to get into, since we're with clothing, this whole episode might even be just about clothing.
Yeah. We'll throw in characteristics here and there.
Huh?
I said we could throw characteristics in, here and there.
Okay. So do you want to get into church?
Yeah. Let's dive in. Okay. So we're seeing a lot of these. We're seeing a lot of these get ready with me. And not just for church, but for office. Anywhere they're going, get ready with me.
Yeah.
And women are starting off in their bras and panties.
Okay, yeah.
Women are starting off in their bras and panties. Never in a day did I think I would ever see that. And it's crazy because I'm only 30. But that's still shocking for us, I feel like. We came up in social media. We've never seen anybody, unless it's in a movie or something, but like for you to set up your camera and to start off in your bras and panties, like, oh my gosh. Now, I will say this though. You'll never catch me doing that. But I go hold you. when they be giving the bra reviews, be like, thanks, sis.
Right.
Because I need that. We were the same size, and I need real reviews. So when they be like showing us the bras, the cup, how it fit, especially us that got the rolls in the back and stuff, like how it sit, I do be appreciating it. I do. Now the panties, I don't know. The whole body, that's a lot to me. But you do you. But when it comes to them bra reviews, thank you. I'll never do it. I could never. But I thank you for doing that.
All right.
But I just think it's so crazy. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, the internet let them they let them do that? Like, because growing up, I don't think you could ever.
Yeah.
But it's acceptable now.
Yeah. And I'm trying to think, like, in my old videos, have I done that? Because, I did do some reviews. And I'm trying to think, like, did I set up my camera in, like, my bras and panties? Seems like in my old videos. Like, I know.
Videos?
Yeah. But, like, I'm trying to think if I did.
You did swimsuits. I remember that, right? Didn't you do swimsuits?
I did. Yeah, I did swimsuits. But it is crazy that it is acceptable. Like that you can put that online.
Yes. Because I feel like growing up, because, IG was our thing. Snapchat. I could not see Instagram back in the day. Like, I feel like that kind of stuff would be censored.
Yeah. But is not a bra and panties similar to just a swimsuit?
And that's what I'm saying. Like, it is. It is. It is.
Up.
It's the same thing, except it's not a swimsuit.
Yeah. It's your bra and panties. Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah.
See, like with that, I don't think I really have like an issue. Like sometimes it is weird because it's like, because when you think about it, it's like, bro, you're recording, and it's like, I get that it can be easier when you're recording to start off like that. Because, had I had to record them, the reviews and stuff and taking off the clothes and putting on the clothes in, and it's like, if I got to start off with this bare, like just canvas is just bare, it's so much easier, but I don't know. That's interesting because I did see a TikTok about that too.
Yeah. Okay. So what these? Yeah.
I can tell.
I'm just like, if we doing this now, like, what's to come? That's my thing, and I don't know. But I be seeing women do things, whatever, including myself, like what I show online. I think about how I want to raise my daughters, and I just be thinking sometimes, like my daughters be like, "Yeah, I want to, into fashion. I want to do this, I want to do that, and I want to get right." I just no, I wouldn't. Even though I appreciate the bra reviews, that's the thing. Like, I still wouldn't. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's crazy because it's like, oh, well, what if they say this is their swimsuit? Like, oh, okay, well then that's all right. Like, what?
Yeah.
Double standards.
Because when you're okay, so if I'm doing like a get ready with me, right? Do I start off with clothes? You know what I mean? Like, it's like, get ready with me. And then it's like, okay, well, here's a blank canvas. My body is like a blank canvas or whatever. What do I wear that is not like already the clothes that I had on before, or like the clothes that I'm going to put on? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I just feel like, there's tons of get ready with me, but they don't start off in their bras and panties all the time.
Yeah. Or their boxers and like.
Or they're, right, yes. Even with the men. But the men they be plotting. Okay. Yeah. Their stuff is definitely what they call them, thirst traps. Like, they be plotting. But sure. I might see some women, they stay in there. Huh?
Some women do too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay. Guess y'all can't get off the hook, well, y'all. Get off the hook. Can we get the word out? But I do see some women starting their robe, and they'll put their pants on while they have their robe on, or they'll like turn their backs and.
Okay.
But some of them will clip up their bras. Girl, we ain't gotta see. See, but that's a double standard. Like I said, anyway. But I just feel like there's a way to do it. And get ready with me. It didn't always start with clothes. Sometimes, like, okay, I'm putting on my pants, putting on my shirt. I'm doing my makeup. I'm doing my skincare. I'm doing my jewelry. I'm doing my hair. Like, there's different tons of ways to do get ready with me. And even if you are, doing the clothes, we can see you button up the shirt. I guess zip up the pants. Like, I don't know. There's tons of variations, but it's just like, my mind's just like, I can't believe we've got to the point where internet will allow you to do that.
Yeah.
Because that used to be a big no-no. Like, what? That's only stuff you saw in movies or, like, to be honest, like these pornographic stuff. Yeah. But for the internet now to be like, no, you can get dressed in your bras and panties. Like, that's okay. We won't censor that anymore. It's like, wow. Even with saying certain curse words, you have to bleep it out. But now there's no bleeps. We don't need that no more. Like, it's just, I just feel like a lot of things are being more accepted now.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh, what else would be accepted? Mm. But okay. Let's get into these church attires, and then I want to get into like other different whatever. Mm-hmm. So a lot of these women are doing get ready with me, and they're going to church. And people are making a lot of these think pieces on. It's always, I feel like it's always the younger generation. I feel that's just how it's always going to be. But the younger generation is now wearing clothes that are more revealing to church. Mm-hmm. And this is my thing. And this is the argument that I don't agree with, is that they say, okay, well, God says, come as you are. And he does. But this is my thing. When you go to an interview, I mean, some of y'all still just crazy at the interview. But for the most part, people understand where you're trying to get the job, you're not going to be showing too much skin. I feel like that's just a universal understanding that everybody has. Yeah. And so you're, I guess, essentially wearing your best to get the job. Right. So when you come to church, it's growing up, we were always taught to wear your best. And I understand everybody has not been taught that. Everybody has not been to church. A lot of people, this is their first time going to church. Or this is just what is more acceptable now. I guess it is and it's not, because there's tons of think pieces on it. Yeah. But my thing is, I guess, why? Why do you feel the need to reveal so much skin when going to church? And how do you view church? Because churches do go. Okay.
So what are some things that like people are wearing?
Short skirts, real short skirts. Like if it's above the knee and it's just cupping at your butt.
Yeah.
Like, or like a crop top. It is just below your breasts. Like,
yeah.
Or like a low cut, but it's coming down to like where it's in the middle of your cleavage. A halter top. Now, nothing's wrong with the halter, but to where it's like a halter and it's crop, but there's so much cleavage. I'm just like, don't get me wrong, the outfit is cute, but is it appropriate? I guess that's the word. Like, is it appropriate for the place you're going into? I don't even want to get into, are you going to cause your brothers to stumble? I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about, why do you feel the need to want to wear clothes that reveal these parts of your body to a place that's supposed to be sacred and not in regards to like, yes, the people around you want to be respectful, right? But to God, to your Lord, like you're going there to commune with him as well. Even though you could do that at home, of course, but you're going there to spend that time with him. And that's how you want to present yourself to him.
Right.
And of course, I know there's also the argument like, well, if you're not going to dress like that in church, you shouldn't dress like that out of church. I get it. Okay. But we're talking about going to the church house. I just feel like there's a way we need to come. And then when I see the argument of, oh, well, that's probably the best they got, or they don't know any better. I get the part of not knowing better, but the best that they got. Well, okay, yeah, some maybe that's probably is the best they got, and that's all they got in their in their closet. But I just feel like there's just so many arguments to this. It's just like when you go to a space like that, just don't be surprised when somebody pull you aside and say, "Hey, what you're wearing is kind of revealing."
Mm-hmm.
You know, like when coming to church or when presenting yourself to God, there's certain things that's appropriate, certain things that's not appropriate. There's a way to say that, right? But for somebody that's just coming to church or doesn't have the attire, I personally don't think there's nothing wrong with women. Of course, there's a way to give the message, say, hey, do you have anything else? Or, hey, would you? Oh, yeah, I guess it is in her way. Sorry, this tree is laid across the sidewalk. It is in the neighbor's yard. Like,
oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody walk on our grass. Okay. Like, I don't know. Cause I don't think it'll be fair or right for women. Men too. Cause, men be coming in, pants to their knees, tight as boxers. Like, I've seen it all, And it's like, I just feel it wouldn't be fair to them for them to continually come. And it's like, oh, people are talking about them, but don't want to step to them. And I don't say step to them, but don't want to come to them as brothers and sisters in Christ and just say, hey, like, I would like to talk to you about like modesty or like just appropriate attire, right? I don't think there's anything wrong with that, especially not knowing, especially come to the environment for the first time. It's like, I don't know. I guess coming into the office and everybody's dressed in this way and you're not, but they're whispering and talking about you, but no one will say, hey, so in this office, this is what we all wear, or this is the policy. You know what I mean? Versus just talking about me. No, talk to me about what's appropriate and what's not. Especially this is my first time coming into this space. Cause I do see women say, oh, she pulled me aside and told me my skirt was too short. How short was your skirt?
Right.
Is it too short? Like, and this is where I feel like we're also losing the plot. We're losing the plot of what's appropriate and what's not. And then you get upset when somebody says something to you. Now, instead they're coming to you rude, being disrespectful. But my mother got on us. I mean, of course, right? But like, if we would bend over or, it's showing too much, I'm like, you ain't wearing that again. You are not wearing that again. Especially when we started getting our figure and stuff.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know. I feel like there's so many arguments to this and so many sides to it. And I get it. I get you not wanting people to address you. You not wanting people to pull you to the side because you're embarrassed. And, but it's like, the church is different. And and this is why I feel like we are losing the plot. The church is different, or should be, because a lot of these churches, you can't tell. The church is different from the club. It's different from you going out with brunch with the girls. It's different from the concerts. Like, this is supposed to be a sacred place where you come and praise and worship God. And if you always constantly have to adjust your clothing because it's too tight or it's too revealing, or with the men, like, y'all clothes be too tight sometimes too. Right. We gotta see all that. Or too loose to where you gotta hold your pants up. Like, yeah. Let me stop. What you gotta add to?
I mean, nothing really. Everything that you said. I mean, but I haven't been in church in a long time, so I couldn't tell you what to see or what I would see or what I've even seen.
No, same. I'm just going off of TikTok
Yeah.
because they was getting real heavy on this girl, but some things I just go ahead.
Let's see. Yeah, I really don't know. I mean, I do understand that like there's a time and a place to wear certain things, similar to like if you have a dress code at work. You know what I mean? Like I work. I guess the company is Catholic, right?
Oh, it is?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yep. It's Catholic every 12 p.m. prayer. It's a prayer every 12 p.m. Yep.
Wow.
Yep. But and I'm not gonna lie, when like I have worn a crop top, right? I have worn a crop top to work, but I have a cardigan over it. And
Well, yeah.
You'll never know that it's a crop top because my pants come up to my belly button and that crop top sit right there. Or like even, what was this, like not too long ago, my jeans had some little slits in them. And I'm like, I don't even know if I should be wearing this here because my stomach is growling. I'm sorry. I don't even know if I should be wearing this here because it's like, I know what my grandparents thought when I came in. When I just came into the house.
Yeah.
With some ripped jeans. So I could only imagine coming into one, work, and two, a job that is Catholic. And like very, very religious. We have values that, we go by or whatever. I mean, I still wore them because I had no more jeans and it was jean day. So I'm going to wear some jeans on jean day. But like still, like like to me, if a job has like a dress code or like school has dress code, I feel like church could too. There could be a dress code. So it's like, I guess like I'm kind of like in the middle of it, to me that is a very, when it comes to telling people what to wear, that can get messy.
Yeah.
We already saw, we saw before, what was it, in 2014, like that whole thing.
Yeah.
Especially women, because it's mostly women, especially telling women what to wear. But I understand in certain settings. But then also understanding people's situations and not knowing, or they don't have anything else. Or it's like, then also knowing that some people, they had better options. They just wanted to be hot. You know what I mean?
That too.
Like that
that's just like, it's not everybody.
Yeah.
Well, maybe she didn't have anything, or maybe she did.
Right. And she trying to catch a man at church. Okay.
Trying to get her Boaz.
Right. But yeah, that's my take. I'm just very in the middle of it. I know what I would and wouldn't wear. And then when it comes to other people, it's like, look, I'm here at church. I'm not here for you. You know what I mean? Kind of thing. But I understand. I understand both sides.
Yeah. And I do too, to an extent. Because even then, like growing up, we couldn't wear jeans. We could only wear jeans on Wednesdays for prayer meeting. But on Sundays, we couldn't wear jeans. Right? Mm-hmm. But now, folks wearing jeans. I feel like there's nothing wrong with that. Right?
Casual.
But I did see this girl, she was getting ready. And she put on her jeans, her Jordans and stuff. And I was like, man, we are living in a different time. Because growing up, we could not wear tennis shoes and jeans to church. We definitely have to put on them skirt, slip, dress. Even dress pants. We couldn't wear dress pants. Yeah, stockings, girl. And now folks are putting on Jordans and cargos.
Yeah.
But my thing is, she cropped her top. Like, she, pulled the, like, how in school, growing up in high school, we would pull the top with the rubber band on it and snatch it up. Like, that's what she did. And I was like, where you going again? You can just tuck it in. Like, and wear it, like, and again, it was cute, but I'm just like, girl, you going to church.
Right.
Sunday at that, like, I don't know. Cause if it was, see, this is the thing, like, if it was like youth night or something, like a game night or whatever, it's like, I don't know. I just feel like anytime you come into the house of God, there's a way to dress.
Yeah.
All these other religions, please, this is not even a conversation for them.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to Christianity, it's like, oh, I can't wear this. I should be able to. Well, why? Like, these other folks be giving their guys their best. But we're like, oh, it's okay to show a little thigh. I mean, little butt cheeks. Like, what? Why? Like I said, some folks are trying to catch something else. I mean, wait.
What in the world? I cannot believe you said that.
Wait. Let me clear it up.
Like,
You trying to get them a wife and a husband. That's something, someone.
right. There you go.
What in the world?
No, but I mean that too. That too. Oh man.
Okay, so now let's dive into these. Speaking of appropriate and, the place, let's get into these office sirens. You've been seeing them videos?
I have. And was I tempted? No, I couldn't do that at my job. I couldn't do that at my job. But it did make me think I can dress up a little bit better. Mm-hmm. Because the way I be going dressed, girl, I dress like an old lady. The women that I work with, the women I work with are older, like 50s and older. Maybe two other women, well, two. Me and another lady were younger. Girl, I be dressing just like them. You know, like how like older people, like it's a lot of older men. I mean, they doing it nowadays too, but like when you sit down, you see your socks.
Yeah.
That's me.
That's you? You got some flats
Girl,
on with it too?
Yes, got some flats on, got knee-high socks on.
Oh, girl.
Oh, yes.
The floral.
Yes. Listen, I need to dibble and dabble in modern modesty and get out of the old times. Yeah, it's kind of bad. So I was tempted, with the, siren office attire or whatever. I was. But to me, no, that's not office attire.
No.
Or work attire anywhere.
Yeah, it gave. Yeah,
you
some people lost their jobs. Some people lost their jobs doing this trend.
Yeah.
And try to get their jobs back, of course. Like, so that just goes to show that certain things are appropriate, certain things are not.
Yeah.
That's just. But I'm just like, girl, you lost your.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I guess the way that I took it is like, yes, some of the skirts, like you can't wear a skirt that short to work. Unless like you work in a bar or like a strip club, and I mean then you're not really or like you work at like Hooters or something like that. You know, something where that is the attire.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's an office, 9 times out of 10, your skirt got to be to your knees or down lower.
Hello, it's in the policy.
You know I mean? Yeah, like majority of offices, or like some offices, you may just be able to wear jeans and a t-shirt kind of thing. You know,
yeah.
But like, I guess I took the video like for myself is to dress more of my age. But mind you, I'm in this transition because, you know, I gained so much weight. So, girl, I was covering up.
Yeah.
Except for my ankles. But, well, my ankles were covered because they had socks on.
You're off with a cold.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I get it. I used to keep me some footies in my office.
We got footies, got blankets. Girl, I might as well take a robe at this point because it'd be really cold. Even a robe is like old. Sorry, what?
What? I love me a good robe. Look, I'm looking for some now. Some nice print ones. The Print Fresh. I think that's the company called. They got some really cute robes.
Really?
I'm gonna send you some. Yeah.
When I think of a robe, like, don't get me wrong, I got a robe on now, and I had this. I started getting into robes after having my child because this is all I would wear. I didn't wear no clothes underneath this. It's just this robe. But like, it just gives me like a robe, like, you know, you wrap yourself up and you peeking outside like the kids out there doing. Like, that's what it gives me. And I'm like, oh,
it does. They with cardigan, you know, they be.
Yeah. Yes. And do.
Ain't no big business with that, okay?
Yes. But yeah, I guess I took the siren as like dressing more like, you know, my age and stuff. Not so much as the way that some of the people were styling their outfits for an office. It to me is like, no, that's you can't wear that. It's unrealistic.
Yeah, like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Now, I did see some women, like, you know, they show their office siren outfit, and it was cute. They're like, this is my office siren, and I'm going to keep my job. You know what I mean? But if anything, I just feel like it's modern fashion. That's what it gave.
Yeah.
It gave modern fashion. And it gave a mix of streetwear. It didn't give a mix of, what else is like a trend or a brand? But it just gave that modern day chic kind of look.
Mm-hmm. And it kind of gives like a preppy in a sense.
Yes.
You know?
Yes. So for the women that wasn't doing like, you know, the revealing, but like the looks that was just really put together. It's just like you put more time into your outfit. And not only that, yeah, it was like a preppy, chic, like a classy kind of look.
Mm.
And I like that look. And that's where my, what am I trying to say? I guess the kind of look, the wardrobe I'm moving towards. I love a good, classy, classic, timeless look. Mm-hmm. It just, to me, it gives old money. Mm-hmm. And I like that look. I like it a lot, actually. You just look put together. And it's simple. Oh, this girl had on a striped shirt, blue and white striped shirt with some trousers. So, what's this, some blue trousers? But like the way the pants were cut, though, was nice. And then this nice little thin belt. Cute. Nice little dainty earrings, bracelet, necklace. And it was just such a simple look, but it looked put together. And that's what I'm leaning more towards, like just getting the same colors of everything I like and just switching it up. Cause yeah, I need my clothes last too. I need some. But yeah, I just feel like we got to get back to what's appropriate and what's not appropriate. And no, I'm not saying like we need to be policing each other on what we're wearing, but I do think, okay, let's dive into it. Some things are appropriate, some things are not. Let's get into the bubble skirts.
I gotta look. What is a bubble skirt? I think I know. I can picture it, but just to be for sure.
Alex, you haven't been seeing those little skirts that these girls been wearing?
I think I have.
I think you definitely have.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking of a certain
You're probably
situation.
gonna judge me.
You want to state yours first? What?
Oh, was I gonna? So these are the bubble skirts. Okay, yeah. I got my daughter one.
But it's not a.
Okay.
This is the difference between the. Oh, go ahead.
Are you talking about like a bubble skirt, like just a bubble skirt, just the skirt itself, or how people are like wearing it or styling it?
No, I mean, I guess bubble skirt isn't. Okay, no. These skirts, are they called bubble skirts? They are the skirts that like literally cups at your butt, or is like a little bit above your.
And they're kind of like poofy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Aren't
I got
those
my
called
daughter
bubble
one.
skirts?
But my daughter's, I'm not going to style hers. Like, hers is like longer. Hers is not like, well, it's not longer, but it's not like at her butt.
Tulip skirts?
What do they call it? Tulip skirts?
Online, they're calling them tulip.
I looked up bubble skirts. I'm like, I never thought anything. Okay, I have seen women style the bubble skirts. Like, it is right there. Like, girl, if you bend down,
Yes,
my God.
okay, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, those skirts.
Yeah, like some of them are styled very, very short. But I mean, they have like variations, depending on, like, I guess this one. This one is styled super short. It's not going to show you.
Oh, yeah, those. That's what I'm talking about.
Very short, yeah. I did get my daughter one. But it's a kid version, and she was going to wear some, like, like socks, like some boots, and like a t-shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Something cute.
Yeah, anyway. But it's like, it's not the same. You know what I mean? Because, like, it's, what was I going to say? So when these women be showing us, again, they get ready with me.
Yeah.
And they be like, you do like a twirl, like you show us your front and the back. They can't even turn around.
Yeah, because it's too short.
It's literally, and with a lot of these skirts, it's not even covering your butt. It's like sitting. And I'm just like, and then some women only have panties on.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what is this? Like somebody said, look like a scrunchie. And it does look like a scrunchie just on your waist. Cause this one girl, her outfit was cute. And then like her skirt, and I was just like, wait, how far does that skirt go down? Cause when she did her little kick, you saw like a little side and it was like the black. And I was like, is that her panties? And they was like, why don't you show us the back? And like, she did one of those, kiss face and she walked away. And in the comments, they're like, oh, why don't you show us the back? Why don't you show us the back? Of course, you're not answering them, but I'm just like, girl, where are you going?
Yeah.
I think that she was going to dinner, but I'm just like, okay, but this is the thing. People were making a lot of think pieces going off. Cause at Disney, apparently there was a point. I mean, so this group of women wore those skirts. And, their butts were out. Mm-hmm. And then people were going in like, oh my gosh, we're at Disney World. There's tons of babies and children here. Like, why would you wear that? That's so inappropriate.
Yeah.
Do you think that's inappropriate for a group of grown women to wear that to a family theme park?
I guess I would say yeah. Like, not that kids would even look at that, because kids are like, look, I'm here for the characters, But I still think that it is appropriate, because I'm trying to put into my mind, like, if I saw my friend wearing that, I'm like, girl, what is you doing? We finna go to this family park, like there's kids running around. It's like me going to the neighborhood park in booty shorts around tons of kids. Like,
Not
What are you
even just the
doing?
booty shorts, but the shorts that shows the cheeks. You know what I mean? Like the shorts
Yeah,
that cut at the cheeks.
yeah, like Daisy Dukes. You
Yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So yes, and then at that, like, bro, it is hot. That's in Florida or California, whichever. I mean, Disney World.
Mm-hmm.
It's in Florida. It's hot, girl. I know.
Sitting on the rides, the benches, like,
Yeah, like that stuff. And to me, I don't know. Yes, I think it's inappropriate, and I wouldn't want any of my friends or my family or even myself to be wearing that at all.
yeah.
You think it's inappropriate?
You know I do. No, I do. Um, and you know, again, like a lot of women were like, "Oh, I can wear what I want. I'm just having fun," and I just feel like we're
But
losing.
fun. What does fun mean when you're at Disney World? To dress fun would be like, I don't understand why. I don't get how that would even associate with that.
Girl, they came. Okay, they clapped back. But like, we coordinated. We just wanted to look cute, have fun. Like we were just doing our thing. Like it's none of your business what I'm wearing. Like it's not, and it's just like, again, I feel like we're losing the plot. We are. Like there's certain things that's appropriate and certain things that's not appropriate. And then just thinking about your skin and what you're exposing your butt to.
And everybody else sit on that ride. What the heck? Yo,
Yeah.
booty juice all on the ride now, and my kid's sitting right here. Girl.
Because some of them just have on thongs.
Yeah.
And if you're just wearing a thong, it looks like you literally just have your butt out. Because it's not covering up anything. And that's what's crazy, like how these skirts are made, especially if you're thick. It covers like a little bit of your thigh, not even mid thigh. It covers the front, but the back is just sitting on your butt.
Yeah. See, I don't
You got
know.
no
I guess when
tights
it comes to
on.
kids.
Hmm?
I mean, I said this when it comes to kids, it's like
Oh, yeah.
you could have y'all could have wore that somewhere else. You know what I mean? Like y'all could have coordinated that somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand like y'all could wear whatever y'all want, but there is a time and place, because if it was a dude out here probably wearing something crazy, people will have a field day, and but he can't say, oh, I can wear whatever I want to wear.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, no, because y'all could just wear regular shorts, and I'm sure the outfit still would have been cute.
Yeah.
Because to me, just the thought of, and this is just me, to wear a mini skirt or just something short where you might have to keep pulling it down, and it's hot outside. You got your kids running around. I couldn't imagine being worried about my clothes when there's so much other stuff going on. To have to constantly pull it down, or I can't bend down this way because my butt is going to show, or like my butt cheeks is sticking to the ride because I don't have nothing on them. Like,
Oh, yeah.
and just, you don't have nothing catching sweat. Sometimes when you wear panties, it catches your sweat. I'm not gonna lie, it catches a sweat.
Yeah.
So it's like, now what is your sweat just dripping down?
Okay.
Like, yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah, and then of course, and a lot of people are like, oh, where's the modesty? Why aren't we dressing modest anymore? Why aren't we being modest anymore? And then you have a lot of women saying we don't want to dress old. And I'm just like,
Both
man, yeah, but it's just like modesty doesn't mean old.
Yeah, and I mean, in the beginning, when we're talking about, that's kind of what when you first hear, you think of something older, whereas I guess a new term, modern modesty, is more of a new age modesty, where it's not always old people attire, you can just wear something. I guess it's more appropriate. Like you could still like
and still be cute.
Yeah, like you could still wear, you know, you could still. I mean, would you consider shorts modest?
Yeah, I feel like it's just a way of doing things. Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
but I feel like, I guess when I hear it, like, yes, do I think shorts are modest? Yes. But I think when someone tells you, oh, you should dress more modestly, and it's like my mind would always automatically go back to like old too. It's like, no, I'm not dressing with my skirt down to my my ankles. You know what I mean? Like, but I mean, modest is just wearing, just not revealing your private areas.
yes. When I hear
That's
somebody
basically
say you need to
it.
dress, yeah, that's what I think. When someone say, "Oh, you need to dress more modestly," I think it's like cover up.
Yeah.
Like, cover up. I don't.
Not like your full body.
No, yeah, I think because yeah, when I hear somebody say that, it's just like okay, me or somebody's revealing something that's a lot, or I feel like it's not appropriate for that setting.
Mm. Yeah.
It's just not appropriate for that setting. I don't know. I don't think because like when it came out to these church attires, they're like, oh my gosh, like when going to church and you dress more modestly. It like you just said, like, oh, I shouldn't have to wear skirts down to my ankles. You don't have to wear skirts down to your ankles.
Right.
Just when you bend over, we shouldn't see your cheeks. Or when you're going up to praise and do
Literally.
worship, we shouldn't see your bra and panties through your dress.
Yeah.
Like, just be mindful of
Yeah.
the setting you're in. That's all.
Okay. Yeah. Because when you said that, it took me back to when we were in Virginia Beach. And granted, I mean, the vibe is a beach. But remember, we was finna go to that, like, what was it, nightclub? And it was like something skin tight and you could see through it. Because it actually was, I think it was a swimsuit cover up. But I think I had my swimsuit underneath. Gonna go into a nightclub in a swimsuit. But you could have thought it was like a bra and panties. I think I did, right? Because I think I had the green, or was it black?
I was gonna say, was it green?
Was it green? Because like I think the picture. I know the dress was colorful. I think I still have that dress. But I think what I had underneath it, I think it was green. I think, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, it just made me think like, ooh. I mean, that was a time and place. I mean, we was going to the club. Like,
Yeah, now that's like, okay, it's fitting because you're going to the club.
yeah. I guess you can't.
Mine will come down to, do you want to reveal?
Right. But yeah. That just made me think of that. Because I mean, I feel like when I was younger, I did dress revealing. Always stay with a crop top. Love the good old crop top.
I did too. Well, in my younger 20s, if that's what you mean by growing up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
and a choker. I love me some choker.
oh my gosh, yes. I
went through a
remember
phase where I just wore a choker.
I saw, I don't know if it was on TikTok or in real life, but I saw a little girl who had like a choker on. I'm like, oh my gosh, like that's so cute that like this little girl can just kind of explore her style. Whereas now I feel like when we're older, to see me in a choker, girl, I'll probably get choked out by somebody because it's like, why is you wearing that choker? Like, how is you 30 years old and you wearing that choker? But like for a little girl, like a little bit, like, you know, she's probably late elementary, about to get into middle school, if not in middle school. And she had like, you know, like the little bracelets on her hands, like the little choker with like the necklace and stuff. It was cute. Because I can't wear them anymore.
No, I can't do it either.
Yeah.
Not my style.
Yeah. It's not mine either. I gotta show you some of the outfits because my outfits going to Miami are actually modern modesty. That's what they are.
Okay.
Yeah. They're not super revealing, super cute. Like, this one that I wanted to wear to dinner. If it comes, I'm praying that it comes. Girl, it's so cute. Mm-hmm. So I have to show you. Is there any more points before we get off?
No. I just want to end with this. Mm-hmm. Read the room. That just came in my head. I thought it was funny. No, this is my thing. Yes, dress how you want to wear. If anything, you should definitely, just dress what fits you comfortably and dress your body shape.
Yeah.
Because it will complement your body shape. And yeah, just some things are appropriate, some things are not. And that is okay. That is actually okay. Certain things you can't wear in certain places. And if you can wear it, should you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all for me.
I do think styling your body type, I just don't think people know how to.
Yeah.
They don't know how to.
It's definitely something you gotta learn.
Yeah. Dang, what was I gonna say? Well, I don't know. I forgot what I was gonna say. It literally just lost me after saying that. I was gonna say something what you said, like to piggyback off of it, but I can't remember what you said that fast. And I've been eating blueberries, so I don't understand how it's not working. Not that it should work. I ate some this morning.
Not work. Give it time. Give it time.
Goodness. I really just lost what I was going to say. But I guess we can end it. It was a good conversation.
Mm-hmm.
So that is the end of this episode, and we will see y'all next time.